Yo, what's crack-a-lackin', everybody? I hope you're all doing all right. More technical difficulties, and even more technical difficulties. Still trying to figure out different streaming software. So just me playing around, yo. I figured we'd do a nice little Saturday chat. Ask me anything, because I think you guys like doing that stuff. Pretty sure you guys like coming on board and talking with me and asking questions and just hanging out with the community. So if that is you, well, welcome to the live stream. I hope we can help you today. I'm going to test something really quick. Yep, okay, just making sure audio is working. Anyway, Saturday, wonderful Saturday. Put out quite a few videos this week. Lots of stuff going on. Hope you guys caught the video yesterday about Get Fit. I am sitting here right now on my exercise bike. I got proof. Look I can pull this up. Oh, look at that. Heck yeah. Getting my exercise on, as you guys can see. How did I become Root? We can all become Root. Root is always achievable. If I were tasked to connect to Skynet, would I do it? I don't know, maybe. What's going on, KevTech IT support? How you doing, brother? I hope you are doing well. First, ask about Unreal Engine. Oh, my goodness. Here is, let me pull this up because we got to try this here. First question, Awaken. Hi, Zach. One question about importance of CCNA and cybersecurity. Do you really need CCNA or maybe Net Plus? Thanks. Well, it depends on what you actually want to do in cybersecurity. There's a common theme that I see with people who are asking about getting in cybersecurity, like, what do you need to do? Like, what do you need to know? Is this a requirement? Is that a requirement? Here's the thing about cybersecurity. Like, cybersecurity is a vast area within the information technology field. Like, there are hundreds of different jobs in cybersecurity. So with that being said, there are many different requirements that you would need. Now, if you're looking to get into cybersecurity, you want to do pen testing, different things like that, more technical kind of based things, then yeah, having a CCNA is going to be helpful. Like, it's going to be very difficult to do pen testing without having some type of fundamental knowledge of how networking works. And, Cisco, of course, like, is everywhere. So just understanding like the CLI within Cisco, that could be very helpful for you, right? So if you're looking to go down the route of becoming like a pen tester, an analyst, there's got the freaking million jobs in security, but yeah, it can be helpful. It's not a requirement. Having something like the Network Plus is definitely a great starting point. But it really just depends on what role that is that you want to do. So maybe help me out there. It is good to see you too, Mr. KevTech. 2 times. Where's this at? 2 times says, help me understand the TCP IP concept, please. What are you having troubles with on that? There's a lot of great videos out here on the YouTube that walk you through TCP IP. Tons of them. Tons. Reading through your comments, yo. Noel says, I have a degree in cybersecurity, but they require experience. How do you think it's best to get into the field? Well, to get into the cybersecurity field or the IT field or just in general, like, start applying for all of the jobs. Basically, find a job that's going to hire you. Because if you've never worked in IT before, the most important thing everybody wants to see is experience. So get experience any way that you can get it. Even if that's starting off in an entry-level role, that's kind of what you have to do sometimes. Don't just think that, a job is going to just, open up out of nowhere for you having no experience and not working in the field ever before. It's definitely much more difficult to get into IT nowadays, considering everything is remote and, oh my goodness. Yeah. Point being, build your own experience, yo. Like, start labbing and documenting your labs. These are things like I repeat myself like hundreds of thousands of times about, but having some verifiable experience under your belt is doable, and you can create that. Like, you can do that. You are able to give yourself experience by doing labs and doing different projects at home, and volunteering. Definitely go out and volunteer if you need to. Those are some great steps, but just apply for all of the jobs. Get your foot in the door. You don't have to stay in an entry-level job for, a long time. Just get some experience under your belt and start moving forward. Nowadays, just having a degree or just having a certification, it really just isn't enough. Like, it's not setting you apart from anybody else, because there are hundreds of thousands of people who are doing much more than you are at that point. Like, if you just have a degree, like, there are literally hundreds of thousands of other people out there who may have a degree and have like 4 certifications, and they lab every single day. The competition is tough. Like, you actually have to put in some work. It's not as easy and simple as just going to school and getting a degree or studying online for a certification for 6 months. That doesn't mean anything nowadays. Like, it really doesn't. It's helpful. Just having a degree and just having a certification, it's definitely going to be just fine enough for you to get into an entry-level role. But anything beyond that, like, you actually have to prove and show that you're capable of doing anything beyond that. And just having a degree or a certification does not prove that or show that in any way whatsoever. So lab every day, build your own home lab. You don't have to spend money on it. You just take your regular old computer that you have now and you virtualize all of the things. It's free. It's easy. So yes. That's what I got to say about that. I'm probably going to be out of breath during this thing, considering I'm pedaling on this bike and trying to talk, clearly. Let's see. Johnny says, should I learn scripting language like Python if you want to go into pen testing? I mean, you should learn Python anyway. But yes, definitely, for sure. 100%. 100%. Let's see. I'm not going to try to butcher your name, but you can see your question on here. You're AWS Architect Associate and Red Hat. You're currently a sysadmin type of job. You want to move to a DevOps kind of profile. How can you start your career in DevOps? Well, what are you currently doing that, what are the current duties, responsibilities, and, culture within the environment that you're currently in? Are you able to utilize anything based off of what you're doing on a day-to-day basis now that's DevOps related, right? Which could be many different things. So it mostly has to do with trying to align your current and past experiences to things that are related to DevOps. And then you're tailoring your resume this way. So that can help you initially. And then obviously there's a lot of training and stuff out there related to DevOps too that can help. But you definitely want to start gearing your resume and, the jobs that you're applying for towards the types of jobs that you want to have. So you want to be in DevOps, tailor your resume that shows like, hey, these are the things that I'm skilled in within this area. So people see that. I hope that helps you. Emmanuel says, what do you think about technical alignment manager role? Not for me. What do you want to know specifically about this? You're asking about technical alignment manager role. Job titles are stupid, so need more details, please. PLZ. Asia, quick question. Are Red Hat cert exams hard? So any certification can be hard. It doesn't matter who that vendor is or who's providing that certification. It varies from person to person. Is Red Hat hard? It could be. I don't know your level of expertise in Linux, so it's hard for me to answer that question for you. It can be hard. It's like you could talk to anybody about any certification, and you're going to get different answers from every single person. Some people say that the A+ certification was, one of the most difficult certs that they've got, and some say that was the easiest cert that they got. So it really just depends. Let's see. Henrique, maybe? I don't know. Hello, you're planning on getting your master's degree in IT management. Do you think that coding skills are absolutely necessary? I think nowadays scripting, yes, I do. Nowadays for sure. I wouldn't have said that 2 years ago, but now yes, like scripting, learning and understanding scripting. So Python, Bash, PowerShell, those types of things. Yes, 100%. You definitely want to start learning those things. Unfortunately, I know it probably sounds terrible, but it's not too bad. Learning these things will only help you become a better IT professional. I promise you. Promise. You are welcome, Awaken. Gladys Ray, trying to be a security analyst. You have Security Plus and taken some SOC courses on Udemy too. You have applied to a lot of jobs, but nothing. What do I advise you to do for now? Well, keep applying. Number one, are you getting interviews? So that's question numero uno. If you're getting interviews and you're not getting the job, there could be plethoras of reasons why you're not getting the job. I don't know your interview style. I've never spoken with you. I don't know what your resume looks like. There's a lot of components involved here. I can't tell you for sure. If you aren't getting interviews, it's because your resume sucks. Like plain, simple, flat out, no BS. If you're not getting an interview, your resume sucks. Period. The end. Is Network Plus still relevant? Any certification pretty much is relevant. I mean, honestly, is Network Plus relevant? Yeah, it can be. It's like the Network Plus is one of these certifications that I tend to steer people away from. Like if you want to learn networking, like I typically tell people go for your CCNA because it's a much more valuable certification to have. Plain and simple. How does one become a cloud security consultant? Well, you get experience in cloud security, number one, like you start working in that field, or areas and facets of that field, or, areas and facets of cloud or security. And then once you're getting experience and you're, develop all of these different skills and things like that, then you can start reaching out to different agencies about consulting. But becoming a consultant isn't really something that you can just set out to do immediately. Like that's something that typically takes years because consulting on things takes a certain level of expertise. Like unless you wanted to be like a help desk consultant, right? Like anybody could do that. Cloud consultant, however, or a security consultant or a networking consultant, systems administrator consultant, right? Like these types of things take years of experience. Like specifically with like consulting, right? You'll find yourself more than likely working with multiple different agencies or different businesses, supporting multiple businesses. And each of those businesses is going to be set up like completely different. They're going to be using different types of applications and tools and servers and operating systems and this, that, the other, blah, blah, blah. And without having experience in a lot of these different things, it can be hard to become a consultant. So get some experience. Sun FL says advancements for help desk. As far as what? Like how do you advance out of help desk? Is that your question? How do you advance out of help desk? Well, you get more certs and you get more experience and you put in hard work all the time, every day. Maybe there's a room for advancement where you're working. But typically, like once you're working help desk, you get like a year or two experience under your belt. Then you start trying to transition your career to that nenext step. Now, whatever that next step is, I don't know because I don't know where you want to go in your career. But the first couple of years, you start working in IT, and the funny thing is, like, no matter the role, I got to stand up here for a little bit. This bike seat like hurts. There you go. Yeah, once you start working in IT, no matter the role, like the first couple of years, like you're really starting to understand the field. You're starting to understand the industry and how it works, how it operates, and you start to learn the things that you enjoy and you start to learn the things that you absolutely despise. So starting out anywhere in IT is like always that first best step, no matter what job that is. Just get your foot in the door, and then you can kind of figure out in those first couple of years, what your next steps look like. Like, where are the areas of interest for you? Like and I've said this so many times, again, I'm sorry. You could set off saying, okay, I want to be a network engineer. I want to be a network administrator, whatever. And you start going down that path. And you start working in the field, again, no matter what the role is. And you maybe make it to a network engineer, but like you just find, I don't enjoy this. Like I thought I was going to enjoy it, but I started doing it and I don't like it. It's not for me. I'd much rather be like a system administrator. That's okay. Like you're not siloed in IT. Once you start getting experience, it becomes very easy to transition from one type of position to the next. So just keep that in mind. This chat, I can't keep up with the chat, yo. I'm sorry. Thank you, NFL with my health. Yes, I know one of the biggest factor in losing weight and becoming healthier is, your diet, right? Like that's something that I will slowly but surely figure out. But I have to start somewhere. And honestly, like just riding this bike makes me feel so good. Like every single day I've come here to work and I've rode this thing, like I felt amazing. So I'm going to keep doing that because that feels good. And then I'll let the other stuff come into place or come into play at some point. We'll figure it out. It'll be all good, yo. All good. Like the chat is just going crazy. I just had to give a shout out to Kev Runs on Duncan. What's up, boss? It's good to see you. Job Skill Share. Good to see you as well. Did I miss anybody else? Just hello to everybody else. Thank you for joining us today. If I missed your question, you're gonna probably have to post it again because the chat is, y'all are on fire. I can't keep up with y'all. Can't keep up with you. I saw somebody mentioned something about age. I just made a video yesterday, which I was dying laughing making this video. That'll be out soon. It'll actually be out on Next Gen T. But I'm super stoked for it. But it was basically answering the age question, and I'm going to answer it right now. Are you too old to work in IT? You are never too old to work in IT. You're never too old to do something you're interested in. As long as you are breathing and you have a pulse, like go out and do whatever the heck you want. Age is only a number. It don't mean nothing. It just means that we're getting older, and that's sad. I'm getting older, and that's sad. Look at Robert Burton. He's 48, and he's about to go for a Security Plus. So age is only a number, for sure. Please talk about the CCNA. What would you like me to say about the CCNA? Here's me talking about the CCNA. It's a Cisco certification. It's focused on networking. It's focused more specifically on Cisco networking and Cisco tools, Cisco command line, and the Cisco equipment. It's essentially like not necessarily, it's like Cisco's foundational networking cert, almost. It's like a step above there. They've made some changes to the CCNA. So a lot of people have said that it's easier. And it's just not the same as it used to be. So that's just what I've heard, right? It's still, having a Cisco certification is like gold on your resume. Like there's just no, I could just stop talking right there. Like that's all you need to know. It's a great certification to have. It teaches you, a lot of the fundamentals essentially about Cisco networking, which again, fantastic. So freaking do that. Like, right. It's like, what do you want? What more do you want me to say about it? Like the CCNA is a fantastic certification. Please, if you're interested in it, definitely go and get it. Job Skill Share community, bro. Thank you. You do not have to do that. Thank you for supporting IT communities, helping others, and so many other things you're doing for all of us. You are very welcome. All I want to do is help people. That's the whole reason why this channel exists. That's the whole reason why I do everything that I do. I just want to help people. I want to see people do better and be better. And of course, be better and do better than me. She says, thank you, Job Skills Share Community. Bro, KevTech IT support, bro. Come on. Thank you. I appreciate that. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. I will always keep doing what I'm doing as long as I am living and breathing. Like, I will continue to help people because that is the purpose of my life. For sure. Anyway, did I answer your questions about the CCNA? I've never taken the CCNA. Like, it's not of interest. It's of somewhat of interest to me. It's just not something that I'm passionate about going after because I don't care if I ever work on a network ever again. And more specifically, I don't care if I'm ever in the CLI ever again. It would not affect me in any way. So there's that. I'm out of coffee, and that is no good. Running down to the bottom of the barrel on the coffee. I need to get a Keurig in the office. I guess with your super chats today, gentlemen, I will be buying a Keurig. So when I get this Keurig, I'll put I'll print out something that said this Keurig is sponsored by KevTech IT Support and Job Skill Share Community. Just so you know. Maybe I'll have it like up there so you guys can see it. Be perfect. Sorry, I keep trying to remind myself that I need to buy a freaking Keurig so that I can have some coffee here, and I don't know, I just never forget to do it. But anyway, thank you, gentlemen, for my new Keurig, sponsored by you two. Anyway, I keep missing questions. I'm sorry, and now I'm just BSing. What certifications do I have? So I worked in IT since like 2001-ish, right? Like that's 20 years. I'm old. I worked in IT for 19-ish years before I ever got my first certification because I've never needed it. Having a certification has never held me back, but I also started in IT like so long ago that like I just got years and years of experience, and that's all that mattered after that. So I'm like a different like case scenario, right? But my first certification Game and Talk was the Security Plus because that's one, I think it's one of the best certifications to have for anybody, period, hands down. Brian Mulvey, here's for the K-Pods. Thank you, brother. I appreciate the super chat very, very much. Definitely will be buying some K-Pods now. We are all set. I am all set with the coffee now, which I'm super stoked about. Heck yeah. Manuel, what do you think about Azure certs? I think Azure certs are fantastic. I think any Microsoft cert is fantastic. Like, quite honestly. But here's the thing. Like, Azure search can be amazing and wonderful, but are the companies and organizations in your area using Azure? You know, are the jobs that you're going to be applying for and hoping to achieve using and utilizing Azure? Because if it's, you know, if they're not, then if they're using like AWS, then it might be better for you to get an AWS cert. That's why I'm bringing that up. That's what I'm saying. So Azure certs are great. Yes. Microsoft certs are, you're never going to go wrong in getting a Microsoft certification. Just like you'll never go wrong getting a Cisco certification. You'll never go wrong getting any certification. Like, let's just be quite honest. Like, having a certification, no matter what that certification is, validates that you have some type of skill, and employers like to see that. Could it be helpful for you? Yeah, for sure. Could it be not helpful for you? Yeah, there's that too. Some people won't care that you have an A+, right? Some people aren't going to care about that. Some people aren't going to care that you have a Cisco cert, right? Like, that's IT is a great, wonderful, ginormously huge community of like everything, right? Like, there's good things, there's bad things. Like, I wouldn't say bad things necessarily, right? Especially when it comes to certs. Like, the point is just whatever cert, get a cert. Get a cert. It's going to helpful. It's going to be helpful for you. I promise. Drew Reagan, you've been working in an IT technician role for the past 3 years. You've taken an interest in networking. You decided to go for your CCNA to up your chance of being able to break into the sector. Is that a smart move? Yes, that's a very smart move. Definitely. Like, you've been working in the field for 3 years. You've identified an area of interest for you, and now you're taking the next steps to advance yourself to that next level. So yes, take your experience, get your CCNA, and start applying for all types of different networking positions. Start applying for jobs in Knox, especially junior networking roles. It could be possible with like 3 years of experience, getting a CCNA, you could land some type of, more so entry level networking role, or in a small organization, you could land a role as like a network engineer. It depends. But having that experience, oh man, phenomenal. Let's see. Brandon Williams. What advice do you have for someone getting out of the military as an IT, transitioning to the civilian sector, aiming for the Austin, Texas area, if that matters? Well, I think Austin, Texas, all of Texas needs more help with their power grid more than anything else right now. So there's that. I got jokes. Sorry. So yeah, advice for getting out of the military and transitioning. If you already have experience in the military working with IT related things, so I mean, you should be set, right? Like, if you have certifications, you'll be even more set. If you don't have certifications, maybe you can line some of those up. But there's a lot of opportunity, Brandon, for you out there, coming out of the military. And I would strongly suggest that you hop on LinkedIn, add me on LinkedIn, first of all. And I can get you hooked up with a few quite a few people who work directly with people just like you who are coming out of the military. That would be my best bet, because as someone, you yourself, coming out of the military, you have a lot of different advantages and things that you can take advantage of. And I'm not an expert in those things, but the people that I can connect you with are. So definitely reach out. And they can, I feel like they would be able to help you more so than I, because there are tons of opportunity. Tons. And here, if you would like to add me on the LinkedIn, I'll put this in the chat below, linkedin.com/in/I-am-nerdy. Pow. Hey, Manish, don't be spamming, yo. Now I'm not answering your question. So that's what happens when you spam. Thank you. Just future reference. Brandon, you're getting out with a Sec Plus, bro. Yeah. And you know what? I don't know if you have a security clearance or not, but if you do, like, bro, you'll be like super set. So, there's that. But definitely hit me up on the LinkedIn, man, for sure. FA, you just recently completed CEH, but now you're not sure doing pen testing career. How can I switch your career towards cloud security? Which certification should you go for, and what information that you need? Well, if you don't have a cloud certification, definitely start looking into those. Whether it's AWS or Azure, start learning cloud platforms. That's going to be definitely helpful. That is going to be your first step. Since you already have your CEH, once you get some type of cloud related certification, you'll find some opportunities kind of open up to help getting you towards where you want to go. That's what I will tell you. So which certification should you go for, and what information do you need? Certifications you go for, pick a cloud cert and go with it. And AWS offers a lot of free material to train. Microsoft offers some free material to train, and there are also other like bajillions of like training providers out there for certifications. So pick one and just freaking run with it. Brandon, you got a security clearance. You're good to go, man. Hit me up on LinkedIn, like I said, because I can connect you with like the different groups and people that can definitely help you more so than I because like I said, there's a lot of opportunity for you specifically. Vider K, want to know your thoughts on IT market in Brazil since compared to USA, we are on the first steps into real IT. Most people I talk to don't even know what home server is. Thanks. I don't know anything about Brazil. I've never been to Brazil and I couldn't speak on the IT market there. Sorry. I only know about the United States, like, because that's where I'm at. Sorry. Maybe somebody else can chime in. Maybe there's people on LinkedIn that you can connect with that would have better answers. Gary, OSCP or CH, which one do I recommend? I mean, I've never taken both, but the consensus in the security world is that the OSCP is by far, hands down, like 8 million times better than the CEH. That's just what I hear from the security community. People talk about this on LinkedIn all the time. Everybody bashes the CEH. So, which one do I recommend? It doesn't matter which one I recommend because you can go after either one. OSCP is harder too. Like that's what everybody says as well. There you go. Yulia, hi. Do you have any networking tips during the pandemic? You've been laid off and just got your Google IT cert and hope to break into the IT industry. Networking tips? Yeah, get on LinkedIn and network with all of the peoples in your area and people like me and other IT folks. And that's how you can start building your network now in this post-pandemic world. I guess we're not post-pandemic necessarily. We're still in this pandemic. Whatever. You know what I'm saying. Get on LinkedIn because LinkedIn is the most valuable resource I have found. In the last couple of years, it has definitely grown to be one of the most valuable resources when it comes to job opportunities and just networking in general. So, Job Skills Share community says Discord channels for sure. They're a Job Skill Share community and KevTech. You guys can link your Discord servers if you would like. Please feel free. I'm all right with that. Yeah, you can join their Discord servers too because they are very helpful. Job Skills Share community. We need to get him on the show because he does a lot of good stuff. Sorry, my bad. Now YouTube is gonna freaking demonetize me. Sorry, my bad, YouTube. I still love you. Google, my Google overlords. Sorry. KevTech, we need to get you on here too. But yeah, KevTech and Job Skills Share community, they have their own YouTube channels, their own communities, and they're doing things just like this. And I highly suggest them because they work with people, all types of people, and really kind of dive deep into, really giving them more details than I do. So, go check them out. Basically, I suck and they're better than I am. That's the moral of the story right now. So yes, thank you. You didn't have to link my Discord server. Nobody cares about my Discord server. I hardly show up there. Jesse Carrillo, what's up? I see you. I see you, big dog. I see you. I do. Thank you. Yes, they are watching. Yes, they are always watching. Sammers, do you have any tips on maintaining relationships with people you connect with? A lot of time I feel like they help me more than I help them, and I'm not sure how to return the favors. Just ask them, hey, is there anything I can do to help you? Like literally. Just always offer that. Is there anything I can do to help you out? Do you need help with anything? It's okay to ask. At least at least you're offering, right? And they might tell you no, and they might continue to tell you no, and they might continue to help you, and they might never take you up on that offer, and that's okay. As long as you reciprocate, you're good. You got your bases covered. Man, you guys are funny. I'm not OG of it. I just want to help people, guys. Come on. That's it. You guys are just better than me because I appreciate you guys more than I appreciate myself. How about that? I'm kidding. You guys are great though. Like, I got jokes. I talk a lot of crap. It's what I do, but I love you guys, and I want to make sure that people know about you guys too. because you guys do phenomenal work. Top Series says, I just got my CS degree. You don't want to work as a full-on software developer, as software test engineer, system administrator, better alternative career for the long term, which is more valuable. I'm going to tell you, pro tip right here, the most valuable thing that you can do or whatever, like plan for, is the thing that's going to make you the happiest, like that you're going to have and find the most joy from and the most fulfillment from. And that's not always money. Like plain, simple, flat out, it is not always money. Because I will tell you all day that being a software developer, your odds of making more money increase significantly. You'll make much more money working as a software developer than any other position based on the like percentage. If you were to compare, right? Like, it's going to be much more difficult for you to make six figures as a systems administrator than it would as a software developer. Like that's just like truth. But you don't want to work as a software developer. So, got to figure it out, bro. I can't make that decision for you. Have I ever tried CBD? What's my opinion on it? I mean, I've tried it. I just don't know that it did anything for me, honestly. I guess maybe I just wasn't sure what to expect with CBD. I'm probably so accustomed to the THC that like the CBD is probably just like popping an aspirin or something. Like, I don't know. I couldn't tell you the difference. Well, like I couldn't tell you that it did anything different for me. That's what I mean. Hope that helps. Drew Reagan, do you have any tips for conquering anxiety in an interview? You always put tons into prep, but when the time comes, you always stumble over your words and freeze a bit. Welcome to the world where we all experience this, first of all. That, man, I don't even know that like that ever changes. Like honestly, like there's times where I've gone into an interview and I was like super nervous, anxious, stumbled over my words just like you, right? Like, and there's times I've gone into interviews where I was just like on it, where I was ready to go. And it just depends, man. I think like the more that you're interested in getting the job or excited about getting the job or maybe desperate even to get a job, like that anxiety kicks in. But really like and it's so like cliche and such like a BS thing to say. But it's really like the truth. And all you can try to do is go in there and be yourself. Because like at the end of the day, like that's really what matters, like I know it's filled with anxiety, just the whole process, right? But like you have to remind yourself like you're there for a reason. Like if you've made it to the interview, they've obviously seen something in you that brought you there to them. So that should like emit a certain level of confidence within you. Like that should be like very much kind of like when you're going into it, like they saw something in me. I'm here for a reason. I can do this. Now it's time for me to set that best foot forward. Right now it's time for me to give it my all. If you're stumbling over your words and you're freezing a little bit, like, I mean, you could acknowledge it and you could ignore it and just keep trying to go. I think every employer knows by now, especially if they've done, a lot of interviews, that, yeah, people get nervous, people get anxious, and people stumble over their words. It's really just how you conduct yourself throughout the whole thing. Like, don't be beating yourself up because you stumble over your words. I think that's normal. You freeze a little bit. It's normal. Like, it's fine. Don't beat yourself up over it. You'll be all good, bro. Bill McKenna subscribed. Doing a great job. Thank you. Hello. What's on my shelf? All right. So what's on my shelf? So we're still missing some things. Clearly, there's some empty spots that we need to get filled in over here. But we got an empty spot. We got a next gen. Oh, probably can't hear me. We got an empty spot, a next gen T hat, a Super Mario hat, an empty spot. We got some floppy drives over in this one right here. Floppy drives are my favorite. I love it. It's fun. Over here, we got a little Mario icon. And then these next three are just Ryzen CPU boxes. And then this is an old water cooler that's broken, but I figured, hey, that might make a nice little decoration. And then we got some CompTIA books. And then we got blank Google VR glasses, blank. That's like some Mario thing that'll probably come out of there. And then we got blank, and then we got a picture of me and my significant other. And then down here we got the Docker whale. Docker whale is legit, by the way. And then I got this chair in the way. Chair's out of the way. Then we got the Mario Bullet, which I freaking love the Mario Bullet. That one's a legit one too. And then down here, I have to plug this in still, but this is actually an IT crowd like glass thing that lights up, which is pretty cool. Dig that. And then down here, we have this when I was featured in our Dixon Living magazine. So where I live, I'll show you. This went out to is my green screen filter's on. I just noticed that. That's funny. Oh, okay. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, this went out to everywhere in my area. Look, that's me. And green screen filter's on. Look at that. I gotta fix that. That is crazy funny. Anyway. Yeah, and then down there is a bunch of just like, there's hard drives in there. There's all types of different cables and crap down there. Yeah. And then I got the drone up there. You can't really hardly see the drone, but that's what's on my shelf. Thank you for asking. that was fun to talk about. Next question. Future Wiz, what job should I try to get after your first IT job as a Windows 10 migration technician, systems admin? You want more money. We always want more money. You should just start applying for jobs that pay you more money, even if it's like another Windows 10 migration technician job. If that's all you care about, just start applying for jobs that pay more money. Ding, ding, ding. But if you want to be a systems admin, like you're going to have a couple years of experience. A, number one. A, number two. B, number two. However you word, like, why am I doing letters and numbers? I don't know. Sorry, guys. Number two, certifications. Very, very helpful. Microsoft certs, VMware certs. They'll be helpful. You definitely have to start aligning your current path to where you want to go. And you have to start working towards that, even on your own time. Like you have to start getting the skills that it actually takes to become a systems administrator. So certs, home labs, all that fun stuff. You got this. Douglas Connell, what's up, man? Python, Linux, or PowerShell for learning first? Currently in help desk, but moving to networking and then security for the long-term plan. Bro, they're all good. I would tell you, learn Linux. I mean, if you're already in Windows all the time, like right now, so if you're in a Windows environment right now, learn PowerShell. And then once you I say this because there's going to be a lot of things that you're going to be able to utilize with PowerShell in your current environment that are going to be very helpful for you. So when you start learning like Linux, because then Linux would be the next thing I tell you to learn, there's going to be things that there's going to be a lot more understanding there involved, helping you learn Linux, I think, when you start learning PowerShell. Just because, especially when you're in the terminal within Linux, a lot of not necessarily crossover, but you'll see what I mean as you start learning it. So yes, just start off with PowerShell if you're in a Windows environment. Right, meow. Yes, I did say meow. Smelly feet. Wow, those look like some smelly feet. You've been stuck at the help desk for the past 2 years after college. Why have you been stuck at the help desk? What's the dealio? Start applying for other jobs, new jobs. Start applying for a help desk level 2, an IT technician, a systems analyst, whatever. There's 8 million freaking job titles in IT. Get yourself out of the help desk. Start applying for all of the things. All of the things. I'm reading through, trying to read through this chat, yo. Nutty Archery. Would you tell a senior in high school with a Security Plus to get a job or go with a college degree and obtain internships? I would tell you that's a personal life decision that I can't make for you. That's what I would tell you. There's opportunity either way. Like yeah, there's opportunity either way. If you can get a job right out of high school in IT, more power to you. Frickin' take it and run with it. But it probably would be a little bit more difficult, quite honestly. Trusting any type of 18-year-old person in any type of IT environment just sounds terrifying to me. It really, truly does. That is no offense to young people. It's just, it is offense to young people. I just don't think I could trust any 18, 19, 20-year-old, 21 maybe pushing it. Like 21 is definitely probably pushing it, because as soon as you turn 21, you lose all responsibility. Like, man. Sorry. That's no, I'm not trying to offend you or like tear you down in any way. It's just, yeah. It'll be difficult for sure. It'll be difficult. Possible. Anything's possible. But it's really up to you, man. Jesse Carrillo, where can you get this cap? So I got this cap at Black Hat, 2 years ago now, from this company right here. And I've reached out to them multiple times now to get a new one, and they don't have them anymore. So I'm going to have to make my own. That's just what it's come down to. I'm just going to have to make my own I Am Root hats. And I keep reaching out and asking because this hat is getting dusty as heck. It is so dusty, crusty. And that's no bueno. You need a nice new hat. Yes. This cap is unavailable as far as I know. I'm sure somebody out on like Etsy or some crap has made it though. So you could check there. Adam V, what advice do you have for someone trying to transition in the IT field from unrelated fields, but just finished your associates in network IT, having a hard time finding an entry-level position? What advice do I have for you? Apply for all of the jobs. Yes. Apply for all of the things, man. Like, you're going to start building a network of other IT professionals. Get on the LinkedIn, get on like meetup.com, find out if there's any like local meetups that are happening in this crazy virus-ridden world. I don't know that there are, but there could be. But yeah, you definitely need to start networking with people for sure, and applying for all of the things. Like, that you really need to make sure like your resume is tailored to the best of your ability towards what you bring to the table in an IT world, right? So maybe get on LinkedIn, reach out to like resume writers and stuff like that. Maybe they can help you out. Go on Job Skillshare community or KevTech's Discords, because I'm pretty sure, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they help you with resumes over there. So do that. KevTech IT support, please link your Discord server and Job Skillshare. You guys should just have that I should add that as a button on my Stream Deck. So as soon as you guys post those links, I'm going to see if I can add that as a button on my Stream Deck. So that way, when people ask, I can just hit the button and there it is. We're going to try it. We'll try it. Anyway, that's through. That's that. Gary, is it true IT companies discriminate against employees based on their age and HR skip resume from people older than 35? Never heard that in my entire life. I mean, you hear about people who say people discriminate against age. Well, here's the facts. Here's the truth. People discriminate over each other for all of the stupidest reasons I've ever heard in my entire life. Discrimination is the most that's going to get me down this whole other tirade, and it's just going to get me really, really mad and angry. But the thing is, here's the thing. There's discrimination everywhere. Everywhere, and it's stupid. I have personally never experienced or seen in the 20-odd years of me working in IT somebody being discriminated over their age. I don't care how old you are. like unless you're like 18, like I said. So yeah, maybe there's a little bit of age discrimination when you're younger for sure. But I think that's just more like a personal preference based on your how mature you are. I just don't think an 18-year-old is mature enough to like be working within a network. Like I just don't. I'm sorry. I just think about all the dumb stuff I did when I was 18, 19, 20 or 21 years old. Like I would never trust myself in a network. Anyway, yes, I've never experienced ageism though, with older people. Like if anything, like I would much rather bring on an older person into an environment, even if they're brand new to IT, because you've experienced life. Like you've experienced so many different things, and that is so extremely valuable to any single IT environment. Life experience is so extremely valuable. So yeah, the Savage Scientist says I've been discriminated because of my race, which is like, I hate that. I hate racist people. Like, yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry that you experienced that. I really do. I really am. If you're racist, like, please unsubscribe from me and like never come to my channel ever again. Like, legitimately, like, please. And F you if you are also. Sorry. Let's find a new question before I start getting even more angry. Unknown hacker, sir, how much time does it take to become a full stack Linux admin? That varies depending on how you retain information and what it is that you're actually doing to learn new information. It could be a while, it could be not a while. There's a lot to learn about Linux, so that's not a question that's answerable, because every single person learns differently. And if you're comparing yourself to somebody else, you've already started off wrong. So just because Joe Blow down the street, learned Linux in 6 weeks doesn't mean that you're capable of doing that. And that's okay. Yevis Cone, I will not be answering your questions, by the way, just so you know. So there's that. You're racist to beard people? That's harsh, man. It's not, you don't like one of the biggest reasons why, and I promise you this is one of the biggest reasons why I have a beard, is to hide my double chins. I don't know if I have multiple double chins, but I'm pretty sure I have one double chin, and my beard hides it, and it makes me feel better. Like, I promise you, that's like probably the number one reason why I have a beard. So there's that. Oh man. Let's see. Glenn, you're getting a BS in IT and plan on getting certifications throughout your college experience. Are your chances of getting a job high, or you'll be stuck at a desk job out of college? Like what, a help desk job? Like what do you I don't think anybody that goes to college, or like, just because you go to college or you go and get certifications doesn't mean that you're qualified for anything. Like, honestly, like, period, the end. Like, it doesn't. It does not mean that you're qualified for anything. I could go in a whole tirade about that, but we're not going to right now. Having the degree and having certifications is definitely helpful. It gives you a step in the right directions for sure. It can definitely help you get more of an advanced job at times, but it really depends on you, man. Like, it depends on the type of person you are and the things that you're doing outside of all of the, outside of the degree, outside of the certifications. Like, how are you getting yourself experience? Like, are you documenting this experience and doing things to show that you are actually knowledgeable in the things that you learned in school and learned from these certifications? Like, that stuff is going to be very helpful for you. And I don't think you're never stuck in a job unless you just let yourself get stuck in a job. I always tell everybody, like, start off in an entry-level IT job, because it's the best place to get started. It's the best place to get experience and start learning about the things that you want to do. There's nothing wrong with starting off in entry level, unless like you're just not motivated and stuff. And there's a lot that goes into that. But anyway, for Azure Administrator Associate, do you still have to know Windows Server? Yes. Anything cloud related, like you have like, oh man, like so many people have like, this skewed perception of cloud. Like all the cloud is the physical devices virtualized somewhere else. So like you're still essentially doing all of the same things that you would normally do if you had that stuff sitting right in front of your face. It's just in a nice little pretty UI that you're able to access on the web, right? Like you still have to know these things. You still have to know these things before knowing the cloud, you know, like, totally whatever. Anyway, you got me. You got it. You got it. That's a great question. I'm not going to try to butcher your first name because I'm terrible at pronouncing people's names. Hello, but you just got your first remote IT job working for a hospital staff. Any advice for a first-time remote IT employee? I would tell you to ask as many questions as you possibly can to the people you are working with. Always. Starting off remote, especially like freaking first time around, like, yes, please make sure you're asking as many questions to the people you're working with as possible. Anytime you're confused about something, you don't know something, you just want to be sure about something, just ask them questions, no matter how stupid you think you sound. Like, it's better to ask a stupid question, you know, like than like not ask the stupid question and do something stupid, right? Like, please just ask questions. Take notes, tons and tons and tons and tons of notes. That too. Yes, you'll be fine. Jorge, you've seen contract positions in IT for PC imaging, but don't have experience. You don't need experience to image PCs. Every single environment that you go into is going to teach you the way that they do things there. And like imaging computers is one of them, because many environments, like there's quite a few different imaging tools out there. But even still, like everybody has a different way that they have their imaging tools set up. You know, so like Microsoft Deployment Toolkit, that's one thing that like I'd love and adore. And I wish I had a job sometimes where like that's all I did every single day was I was in Microsoft Deployment Toolkit, because yeah, that gets me excited. But anyway, yeah, every single like environment, their Microsoft Deployment Toolkit is set up differently from one another. So what I'm getting at is they will teach you how to image. So you don't really necessarily need experience for that. Bill, got your first help desk interview next week. Any tips? I could go through like freaking hours of tips, but I actually just put out a video a few months ago do it like interview help stuff. I would highly suggest that you go seek out that video. It should literally be like, if you go to my videos page, it should be within like, it should be on that first page. Like it should be within the first like probably 20 videos, I would think. That video is a gold mine. Like I really, truly, honestly, 100% feel like that video is like highly underrated. Because I literally take that interview and walk you through like before the interview, during the interview, after the interview. So it covers the gambit. Go check that out. Ooh, Dolphin, what skills should one have for a help desk position? Office 365, Active Directory? Yes. What skills though for help desk position? Like initially, it's like, okay, troubleshooting, right? Like, and when I say troubleshooting, like you're going to be troubleshooting lots of different things. Like that's the skill, yeah. But it's just the fundamentals, man. Like in help desk, it's just fundamentals of everything. You don't have to be an expert in Office 365. Like starting off in help desk, like just knowing how to log into Office 365 is going to be helpful for you. Like knowing what Active Directory is, yes, very helpful. Knowing how to reset a password in Active Directory, super easy, very helpful. But like generally, like help desk positions, if you go and look at CompTIA's A+, look at all the domain objectives on the CompTIA A+, like that generally summarizes everything that you need to know about help desk, because that certification lays down all of these different fundamentals, from, like the computer fundamentals, components, to networking, to security, to cloud, to scripting. Yeah. Go look at the domain objectives on the CompTIA A+ and study that. That's it. That's what you need to know. Because like with Office 365, again, like that's one of those things where you're going to walk into their environment. They're going to show you how they configure things there. Active Directory, same thing. Everybody's Active Directory is set up completely different from one another. So it's hard to like walk into an environment and think like you're going to expect like the same thing over and over again. It's going to be, whatever. Anyway, there's a lot of fundamentals you can learn about Active Directory, and you could definitely look back on this channel, or I've put out videos talking about Active Directory, specifically tutorials talking about setting up Active Directory and adding users, renaming or resetting passwords, all that fun stuff. Bill McKenna, bring back turtlenecks. No thanks. John, you're in high school right now. What projects can I do to advance yourself in the IT field? All of the projects, bro. Oh my goodness, all of them. No. The projects that you can do is you can start by getting out on the YouTubes like you are now and start looking up different tutorials, like setting up servers, setting up domain controllers, setting up Active Directory, like we said, configuring switches. You can download like Packet Tracer and start learning about networking. But you'll find that there are a lot of project-based videos out on the YouTube where they, even like we just talked about imaging. Like you can make a project, you can create a project of yourself and document this entire project of how you set up a Microsoft deployment toolkit like server, essentially. And you can go through the process of imaging a virtual server. Like you could document that whole process. That'd be a great project. That'd be a fun project. I would like to do that. I should do that when I get time, which will be never. I would like to do that. Yeah, KevTech IT support and Job Skill Share community, they both have videos on interviewing, and if you can join them on their calls and get added to their like good list or whatever. I don't know how they do it, where they pull the people, but like I've joined their live streams where they actually bring somebody on and do like a mock interview with them, which is freaking phenomenal. I love that you guys do that. Like that stuff's so freaking cool. Anyway, Bohemian, I like you the bike desk. How long did that take you to create? I mean, I bought the bike and the desk separately. I didn't buy the desk. That was another story. But I did have to ghetto rig the desk. I'm not gonna lie. So the desk didn't raise up high enough to get the bike underneath it. So this desk is actually sitting on 4x4s, and they're duct tape around the legs of the desk because I haven't been to the hardware store yet. So yeah, it's a little bit ghettofied, but yeah, I just was able to slide the bike under there, and I'm ready to go. I should be getting back on that thing by now. Jesus Lopez, we got to go hit up this one real quick. Thank you for the super chat, Jesus. You're trying to get out of help desk, want to move on to DevOps or cloud engineer architect. What do I recommend? How to do this? So you'll definitely want to start gearing up your experience, the things that you're doing, and things that you're capable of doing in your current help desk role that are related to DevOps or cloud. Like if you utilize any DevOps, term like methodologies and things like that within your environment, or the cloud within your environment, try to get involved in those different projects so you can at least start getting some experience on that on your resume. Outside of that, certifications, right? And then creating your own projects and things like that can definitely help as well. So I hope that is helpful for you. But yeah, there's lots of certs and things that can definitely help you start making that next step. Oh, look at Job Skills Share community. They're actually going live for Hot Seat in 30 minutes. So this live stream will end before then, so that you guys can all hop over to Job Skills Share community's live stream. Is it on your channel or KevTech's channel? Either way, make sure you guys link that. Why do people insist on spamming? I don't answer your questions when you ask them 17 times in a row. Like, it's not how we do things, yo. It's just rude. It's inconsiderate. And I don't freaking like it. But seriously, don't spam because that crap is annoying. Brandon Bowman, what's up, bro? It's good to see you, sir. I hope you put in the Discord that we're live. Did anybody put in my Discord, sir? I had to recreate my profile on this computer today because I jacked something up, so I'm not even signed into Discord. Did anybody post it on the Discord? I don't even know. Kev Rocks, you're the best, Kev Rocks. I love you. Kev Rocks always coming through. Hey, Brandon Bowman, thank you for the super chat, bro. Hey, buddy, hope all is well. How long did it take you to build that shelf? You hate those things. Just saying what's up. Actually, so these are 4 different cubicles. So they're four 9 cubed cubicles, and they're all stacked. After the first one, it went very, very smoothly. I don't think it took that long. It maybe took an hour to set them all up. Maybe. I don't know. I don't feel like it took that long. It took me longer probably to get all the lights and the sound panels put in there. Duan Lightfoot, my brother. I love you, Duan Lightfoot. There's another person you guys need to go subscribe to. Duan, please link your channel for us. Please. Love you forever. I love Duan Lightfoot. He's my guy. There's like a bromance between me and Duan. I'm not going to lie. We bromance all the time. That's no lie. No, it's for real. See, much love. See? Bromance. We bromance hard. Sorry, Duan. I can't keep up with you guys on the chat. Fred Jackson, what do you think about system and networking and cybersecurity? Which one is better? That's a great question. It's definitely a great question. Cybersecurity, hands down, is the most needed area within the IT field, right? Like that we need people. So that would be my answer, but that doesn't mean that that's going to be the best for you. So I think, they're all fine and dandy. It really depends on you. Fred, why did I answer your question, Fred Jackson? I wasn't supposed to answer your question. I'm mad at myself now. Fred Jackson, you're a jerk for spamming, and darn it. Somebody needs to ban me. Somebody needs to remove the spam messages for me, if you would be so inclined. Brandon Bowman, hold on, Brandon. I'm gonna give you the power too. Yeah, you got the power now too, bro. Yeah, if you guys see those spam messages, could you please delete them for me, please? I don't ask for much. Yes, Brandon Bowman, I gave you the power that you are a moderator, so that you can now you can delete messages and stuff. Because I figure you might want to help, if you're around. That's all. Duff it. Security Plus scheduled March 4th. Wish you luck. Good luck. I've got the power. Yeah, you have the power, Brandon. You have the power. Dragon Nove. Google IT support professional certificate. Some info, please. What do you want to know about it? I have 2 videos where I've talked about that certification. What you want to know about it? I would tell you to go get the A+ over the Google IT support certification. I should probably not say that stuff on live streams, especially on YouTube. YouTube probably gets mad every time I say, hey, don't get the Google IT support certification. And then they jack up my algorithms. Anton Andre, what's up, brother? How are you doing? It is good to see you here. Good to see you. Here's another question. How hard is it to find a remote job, your first job after A+, no experience? It can be difficult, but they're out there. There's definitely a lot of jobs hiring for more help desk types of positions now, just to help mostly like field calls and things like that, right? Like it's very, very much more like frontline stuff. So possible, yes, it's possible, but it probably would be hard, but you could get lucky. So it's not a great answer for you because it varies. And also, it like really highly depends on the type of person you are and how well you interview and all that fun stuff. There's so many different components involved in that. So many. Doesn't the Google IT cert prep you for the A+? Yeah, essentially they got like some kind of like buddy system going on there, but it's still stupid to just save your money and get an A+. There was a good question. Haim, how do you forgive yourself after a failure? You just learn from your mistakes. Like I take, I think about all the times that I've failed, right? Or like made a mistake or something, like I still think about those times, and you know what? I've never made those mistakes again. Because I learned from them. We're all going to fail. Failure is a part of life. Nobody is always 100% successful. Anytime you fail, you need to make sure you're learning from that. Failures are there's like some whatever for this, like failures are I don't know. I can't think of how that saying goes. But anyway, just learn from that, man. Like you have to learn from that stuff. You can't beat yourself up over it because we all make mistakes. We all fail at stuff. And the only time that you ever really truly fail is when you just give up. When you give up, you fail. Don't ever give up. Like if something didn't go right, if like, you did something wrong, like just learn from that. Just learn from it. Gladys Ray, what's my LinkedIn profile? You look up I am nerdy. I am nerdy. Jason, in a help desk role, what does it mean to be installing hardware and software? Where are those things stored? Bro, what? Installing hardware and software? Those are two completely different things. Where are those things stored? That are going to be completely different areas, right? Man, okay. Hardware, like any type of hardware, literally consists of the physical, a physical component. So a computer is hardware. The hard drive inside of a computer could be considered hardware, but it's really considered component. But you know what I mean? Like that's kind of where we're getting at with trying to understand this. A switch could be considered hardware. Server, hardware, right? Different components and et cetera that go into that and relate to your entire network could all be considered some type of hardware. Software is all digital, right? Like software is like the applications and other softwares that you're installing on your computers. So, your Microsoft Offices and your Dropboxes and, all that crap, like that's all software, right? And those, software just exists everywhere. And there's repositories that have software. There's websites that have software. Your servers contain software. And yeah, it varies. That's what, yeah, never mind. Let's see. Is there very hard math in computer science? It depends on the program that you go down, right? Like, that's that crappy thing about college, right? They make you take all those stupid math classes. I'll just highlight this chat right here for a while. You will deal with Excel issues in IT. Here's my advice to you. If you're working in IT and you ever get asked the question, if you ever get asked anything about Excel or anybody ever talks about Excel, don't ever open your mouth, period. Whether you're an expert or a little bit, like if somebody says Excel, just walk the other way. God, I hate Excel. So the reason why I say this is because if you're in an environment and somebody is asking or talking about Excel, and you open your mouth, you make that stupid mistake of opening your mouth and saying something about Excel, you are now then forever here out known as the Excel master, and everybody is going to come to you for all of their Excel questions. So please keep your mouth shut. The end. Let somebody else worry about Excel. Freaking hate Excel. God, I hate Excel. But anyway, that's a pro tip for you guys right there. And with Steve Gee, what's up, brother? How you doing? You still had to use Excel for, I mean, we all have to use Excel. I use Excel almost every single day. I hate it. But I don't do any types of crazy formulas and all that fun stuff. So, yes. Excel can just go die in a fire for all I care. That's how I feel about that. This person says they come from a political science background. You went in IT with a couple of certs, Security Plus, AZ 500, security engineer, but it's tough to land a job without security clearance. Any tips will be helpful. Not every single job requires a security clearance, so stop applying for jobs that require security clearance. Ugh, I can't talk. Yes. Yeah, there's tons of jobs out there that don't require that security clearance. So if you're just applying to jobs with a security clearance and you don't have a security clearance, then I just would question you in general. So yes, look for all the jobs that don't require a security clearance. And if you need a security clearance, start finding people who can maybe help sponsor you. So get on the LinkedIn, start networking. There you go. My LinkedIn profile, I told you, just look up I am nerdy. Look up Zach Hill on the LinkedIn. You're gonna make me type it all out. https://linkedin.com/IN/I am nerdy. There you go. There's LinkedIn. Don't talk about printers in my chat ever again. Can I ban that word? That would be amazing if I could ban the word printers. Let's see. I'm gonna look into this later because I'm gonna ban that freaking word from my live chats. Hate printers. Sorry. Steve Gee, you want to learn Zendesk? Are there any good free courses online that will allow me to learn Zendesk enough to put on a resume? Where can you learn Zendesk? They probably have a free trial, more than likely. And with that free trial, they'll also majority of the time have like all of these other like videos and stuff that go along with it that kind of walk you through it. So there's probably like plenty of videos out on the YouTube for Zendesk. And then Brandon Bowman, training.zendesk.com. There's your answer. There is your answer. Duffett, hey, have you heard about WGU online degrees? A buddy is working at a military base and coworkers push him to do it. Not a cert, but a cheaper college without the BS. Yeah, I've heard of WGU. A lot of Brandon went to WGU. There's a lot of people who go there. It's fine. WGU is fine. I've heard nothing but fine things about it. Yes, I should really ban that word. It'd be phenomenal. Hello, do I think IT support career will last forever or have as days counted? Yes, IT support will last forever. There's like literally there's no getting around it. The reason why I can comfortably say that IT support will last forever, and the reason why it's funny when I get that question is because when people ask me that question, it's because I know that like they haven't worked in IT long enough, which that's not like offensive or anything. It's just funny because you haven't dealt with end users long enough to understand that IT support will exist forever and ever because people are people. I'm not going to call them names. People are just people. They're whatever. Michael, thank you for the super chat, bro. I appreciate that. Thanks for the content, man. You want to be a network engineer after help desk? What should you do? Net Plus, Security Plus, ETC, CCNA, and above. And Security Plus is always going to be helpful for you. Like, I feel like everybody, if you want, like, yes, everybody. This goes to everybody. If you want to work in IT, I would strongly suggest you get your Security Plus. Period. Seriously, hands like I'm not even lying. Get your Security Plus. Even though me and CompTIA like aren't BFFs anymore, and like whatever, I still think that the Security Plus is it's good. So yeah, but yeah, CCNA and Security Plus, that'd be an awesome start for you. For shizzle, my nizzle. Look at Brandon Bowman. He's on his third WGU degree because he's a loser. I mean, he's really cool and really smart, and he should be your motivation. You guys should want to be like him. I'm just kidding, Brandon. I love you, bro. Here's a great quote right there. Technology changes, people don't. IT support is forever. That's true. So true. And no, I don't think IT support jobs will ever be automated because people are people. Yes. I think, whatever. So many questions, so many things. Michael, thank you again, bro. You don't have to do that, man. Thank you for the super chat. You're awesome, man. Keep up the good work. Love the content. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I just want to help people. Like, really, that's it. That's why we do this. Just want to help people. And that's why we have these amazing community of IT professionals who come together and help. All the people that have the blue names in this chat right now, like, you guys need to give them props and give them shout outs because they are constantly always around helping answer questions when I can't answer all of the questions. They're in the Discord servers helping you guys out as much as possible. Again, KevTech IT support. He has his own YouTube channel, his own Discord server, great community over there. Job Skillshare, again, own YouTube channel, own Discord server as well. Amazing communities. They're all here just to help you guys, like all of you and all of us. They help me all the time. Brandon Bowman, he's in my Discord server all the time, helping people. I appreciate you all. Like, I do. Seriously. Brandon Bowman is probably green and blue because Brandon is a member of IT Career Questions YouTube or whatever, like the like a premium member. And thank you, Joshua Phillips. Welcome to the help desk, Joshua Phillips. New member, shout out. What's up, Joshua Phillips? Thank you. See, Joshua Phillips just became a member of IT Career Questions community. I don't know where that button is on this page, but I'm sure there's something everywhere. Like join. Yes, join. That's what it is. Only own brand accounts can be used to join channels. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, you can hit this join button and then you become a YouTube member and just help support the channel. So thank you for the support. It really and truly, honestly, is appreciated. I just want to do this to help y'all. Steve Gee, thank you for the Canadian dollars. I am a big fan of Canada, so thank you for your Queen dollars. I appreciate that very much. I'm kidding with you, but thank you. KevTech is awesome. So are you, Zach. You guys really motivate and help a lot of us to get started in the IT field. Much love and respect to you both for all the support, tips, and advice. Steve Gee, you are very welcome, sir. Thank you very, very much for the super chat. Seriously. And I'm glad that we're able to help. That's what we're here for. That's why we do what we do. If you guys go and take a look at KevTech's channel, Job Skillshare's channel, like, you can tell, like, these are genuine guys, just like me, who just want to help people. That's it. We just want to help people. Joshua Phillips says, "Thank you for all that you do. Finally landed a help desk role. Congratulations to you. That's freaking phenomenal. That's got to be exciting. So seriously, congrats, bro. And thank you. Thank you, man. Good luck to you too." Carlos, do I recommend taking Network Plus before Security Plus? No. No. I think what you're going to find on the Security Plus is easily learnable and obtainable information that you can find everywhere. So you don't need the Network Plus to take the Security Plus at all. But there's definitely fundamental networking knowledge that you should know. But you don't need to take the Network Plus to learn that fundamental knowledge. So there's that. I don't know. I have a lot of. I just don't like the Network Plus. I really don't. Sorry, CompTIA. Sorry, not sorry, actually. But yeah, I don't. Security Plus for sure. Anyway. Oh, here you go. Look at Brandon. He doesn't have a YouTube page. He has a buy me a coffee page. So if you want to support Brandon Bowman because he comes here and he helps answer questions, buy him a coffee. Brandon, I'm gonna buy you a coffee, bro. Let's see. Type in this. Listen, buy me a coffee.com/Brandon's Cloud. I've never done this before. Zach. Say something nice. Something nice. I would be doing this on the live stream. I guess I could. I don't know. Wait. Whoa. We don't want to. That gets intense right there. Look at. Move over. No, hang on. Oh man. Let's get rid of share screen template. Pow. All right. Look at. I'm gonna buy you a coffee, Brandon. Oh, why is it doing that? Got it. Freaking OBS. My bad, guys. My bad. Let me change my screen. Display capture properties. Display number 1, numero uno there. There we go. Now we did it. I'm gonna buy you coffee. Support for $3. Pay with PayPal. All right, now I'll stop sharing my screen so you guys don't see all my amazing information that I have there. Was this live chat even working before? Did I even have? Oh, it is working. Interesting. Okay. Anyway, please enter a valid email. Pay with PayPal. Next. Login. Pay now. There you go. Thank you for supporting Brandon. I bought you a coffee, bro. Enjoy your coffee. I hope it's wonderful and tasty and amazing. And I hope you don't choke on it. Sorry. Love you, bro. I just have to be fun occasionally. I like crack jokes occasionally. Oh, let me find this thing so I can. Did you guys link your channels? I don't know if you guys linked your channels before you left. But so KevTech and JobSkillshare are about to be starting a live stream right now. So let me go pull up their channels here. If I can, if it lets me. I don't know if he's going live or JobSkillshare is going live right now. Who's going live right now, KevTech? And thank you for being here, KevTech. And thank you for the super chat, bro. I appreciate it. JobSkillshare is going live. Okay, let me get his channel. I wish we could like raid other people's streams like you could do on the you know, what's that other one? The Twitch. Because that would be pretty legit if we could do that. Like we could raid them, you know, like that'd be awesome. Here is JobSkillshare's YouTube channel. he will be going live here shortly. I don't see it coming up. I was gonna wait to end the stream until they were live. So hold on. I'll wait. Why not move this over to Twitch? I don't know. I guess I could live stream from both of them. I probably should. I don't know. We could move it to Twitch. Yep. We need to raid these people's channels. See, YouTube just needs to offer this feature. We need social platforms. Anyway, so we're going to be ending this live stream here in the next couple of minutes. So if you have a question, now would be a great time to ask. And if I missed your question, now would be a great time to re-ask that question so I can see it. Otherwise, we'll be ending the stream here shortly so that you guys can hop over to the Job Skillshare live stream because they're doing a mock interview over there. And if you guys are having trouble with like doing interviews, I highly suggest that you stay tuned for that because the way that they go about their mock interviews is fantastic. Like, I love it. It's so informative. All right. Here's a question. Rolando, Network Plus would retire normally 6 months after the news. Oh, that's not a question. What about to go in database administrator major? That's all up on you, man. Like, what about it? Is it a good route? Could be. Like, when people ask me like specific questions like this, it's like this really relates directly to you as a person and what you enjoy versus what you don't enjoy. Like, I can't answer that for you. You know, like, could it be a great thing to do? Yeah, definitely. Joy PR, you did not make me mad. You didn't pee me off at all. Sometimes I probably come off very sarcastic. I apologize for that, but you didn't make me mad. You're all good. J2X Boogie, you have A+ and Net Plus. Should you take the extra month and grab Security Plus or just start applying now? Both. Like, you should be doing both for sure. Seriously, do both. John, should you go for networking diploma or comp science degree for cybersecurity? Depends on what you want to do in cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is such a vast, just massive area within IT, and there's so many different roles within cybersecurity. You really have to try to like identify what it is that you want to be doing. It's two different things that you've said there. So networking is going to lead you down a completely different path in security than having comp sci degree typically, because comp sci you're going to learn, more programming and all that fun crap. So that would take you down a completely different area within security. So yeah. So let's see what's the next one. Did we do this one? Any advice for someone starting their first IT job as a network engineer? Ask all of the questions constantly. Ask your coworkers questions. Take notes all of the time. You're not going to know everything. That's okay. You're not expected to know everything. Nobody ever knows anything about IT. So when you come across an instance, when you're just starting out and you don't know something, it's okay. And even though you think you're going to sound like a complete freaking idiot asking your coworker for help with something, ask anyway, because it's better to ask and do it right than to think you know what you're doing and do it wrong and screw something up and take the entire network down. So ask questions all of the time. Ebony, you just got a job as a network analyst with no cert. What cert should you pursue? Well, what is it that you would like to be doing? That's my question to you. Do you want to stay in the networking arena? Then go after some networking certifications. If you find that you don't like networking, then find which area within IT you like more and find what certifications exist in those areas. I hope that helps. Adam, hey there. You're feeling pretty discouraged in your current IT program. You find it hard to keep up with all the terms and protocols and remembering them. Any tips on studying? Study more. Sorry. But really, study more. Take more notes. Actually write your notes down. Like, if you're not doing that, write down all the protocols. Like, literally hand write them all. I find that works great for me. But yeah, make yourself some flashcards for sure. Flashcards could be very, very helpful. There are I think there's a couple different games, like gamified, like training, like free training, I think that you can find if you Google it, that will like help you learn protocols and stuff like that more. But definitely flashcards for sure. But what advice can I give to a cybersecurity university student? I mean, well, what? That's a hard question, bro. What advice would I have for you, though? Like, just being in a university, my advice would be to build your own home lab and start doing all of the things that you can around that. Like I would go look up like Heath Adams, the cyber mentor, and sign up for all of his courses because they're phenomenal and they really get you hands on. You know, you need to start getting hands on with everything that you want to be doing. So virtualize all of the things. All right. I don't know when this live stream is starting with Job Skill Share. I don't see it coming up. But with that said, I need to get going because I need to put some more time on this bike right about meow. And we've been going on for an hour and 40 minutes. Holy cannoli. I'm very thankful for each and every one of you who has joined this live stream today. Appreciate you guys. Stay tuned. This coming Friday, we'll be doing a live stream with Mr. Pat Gorman. That's InfoSec Pat. You guys can look him up on the YouTubes. He's got a lot of great material for security-related things, tutorials. So if you want to learn more about the cybersecurity world, definitely go check out InfoSec Pat on YouTube. And stay tuned for this coming Friday, where we will have him as a guest on our live stream. So you guys can ask InfoSec Pat all of your security questions. So make sure you got some gooders ready for them. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for joining this live stream. Thank you all again for the super chats. And I hope to see you next week for the live stream with InfoSec Pat. As always, take it easy.